Even though the two guys who created Google promised to do no evil, there's a lot of people who believe that Google is just so big they're trying to take over the world. But either way you look at it, Google has a lot of powerful tools for teaching and learning, and they're so good you can't ignore them. To use any of these tools, you need a Google account. So when you go to the Google homepage, look on the top right. You'll see a link for sign in, and you can create a Google account by just giving them an email and a password. Okay, this is the list of all the things that Google offers, and there's a ton of stuff here. I don't even know where to start, but I guess we'll start at the home page, which some people know as iGoogle. And what that means is, it's a special page that you would set up with your account, and when you sign into Google, this is what you would get when you go to Google, rather than the basic classic home page. You wouldn't get this blank page, you would get your own customized page. And the reason is, if you do a lot of work on the internet, this is sort of like your desktop. You don't have to go out looking for things. It puts the stuff that you need right where you need it. For instance, on my iGoogle page, I use another service called Vitalist, which is the way I keep track of what I have to do, and it embeds right in my iGoogle page, so I can just open up that dashboard and that'll tell me all the stuff that I have to do, and really a longer list of the stuff I haven't done yet. I have a link to the Google Calendar, which is another great service that Google offers, weather and time, and even a link to a Gmail account. But the other neat thing about this is you can have other tabs. So I do a bunch of stuff where I read blogs from other teachers and people who are interested in educational technology, and I have all those pages with their latest posts right here. I have a page that has nothing but news links in it. So the first thing that you would use from your Google account is the iGoogle homepage. The next thing that's most important to use is the calendar. And the neat thing about it is you can embed it right on the iGoogle page. What makes the Google Calendar powerful is that it's several different calendars. So I can have a calendar for the stuff I'm involved with at school. I can have a calendar for stuff that's involved with my family. So for students, they could have a different calendar for each of their classes. And in fact, if their teacher uses a Google Calendar, and they have it embedded in Moodle, for instance, this is an AP US History course, this calendar is public. So if I was a student in this course, I would click on Google Calendar, and I would choose to add that calendar to mine. Now, all of those events are directly on my calendar. So whenever I went to my iGoogle homepage, I would have directly there on that page updates from those classes. Those are probably the top two reasons to get a Google account, and here are some of the others. If you go into my account, you'll notice that you also have a link for Google Docs. And really, this is a word processor that Google gives out for free. You don't have to buy Microsoft Office. You have right in here a word processor. Right here in Google Docs, I can choose a new document, and I'll have a document that has pretty much all the edit functions you would need to create a document. The neat thing about it is you can share it with others. If you look up here for share, I can share this document with others. Any student that's working on a group project where together 3 or 4 students have to write a report or write an essay, they should work in Google Docs and share it with each other. Then all of them can edit that document. And if you're making a PowerPoint presentation, you can go to Google Docs and choose New Presentation and get a program that's similar to Microsoft's PowerPoint. And this is a presentation, again, that can be shared by other people. So students who are creating a PowerPoint presentation for a group project can work on the same project together. Instead of emailing an attachment back and forth and changing it that way, they can all work in one project and edit it. In fact, they can edit these things at the same time. And last but not least, there's also a spreadsheet program in Google Docs. So if you need something that's like Microsoft's Excel, it's there also. Google also has something called a notebook. And if you follow that link, you find that you can just have several notebooks, and it allows you just to enter text directly into the browser. What's neat about this is you can create web pages out of this. For instance, I was going to make a page of links for this PTO presentation. All I would have to do to make this a web page is just make it published. That provides an instant web page for anybody. You might not have a website, but if you have a Google account, you can make web pages. And if that's not enough, take a look at Google Books. Not many students are using this for research, but it's probably one of the best places you can start to do research, because you can enter any topic and search through thousands of books for that topic. So if I was going to do a search on the Battle of Bunker Hill, being a history teacher, here's a particular book just on the Battle of Bunker Hill, and Google makes parts of these books available, so you can read through part of the book and perhaps get the research that you need just from here. If you need to find this book and actually get it out of a library, you can follow a link to find this book in a library. And Google will tell you which libraries have this book available and how far away you have to drive to get them. So for this book, if I wanted to find the book Decisive Day, here it is at the College of St. Elizabeth, Montclair State, Woodbridge Public Library. It shows me how far away these libraries are and whether it's available or not. And students, if you find yourself using a book on Google Books and you want to figure out if the book is reliable or if other people think this is a good book, follow the link to About This Book, and you'll see that there are references from other web pages talking about this book and references to it from other books and book reviews. Those are just some of the tools that Google offers. I'll make a video about each of them in particular to see how they work. But at the very least, I hope this proves that you should get a Google account and start taking advantage of these great tools.